It's no surprise that the gameplay quality of Apex Legends has definitely deteriorated over the past 12 months or so. Recurring issues like audio, servers, and matchmaking are a constant headache, and honestly, are going to be in the game for the foreseeable future. But lately, something else has me absolutely fuming. Every fight I take, I feel as if I'm constantly at a disadvantage. I feel like I've been playing well, doing a ton of damage, coordinating well with my teammates, and yet I'm consistently losing fights. I know I'm not the best player in the world, okay? But it's infuriating. And then it hit me. The core pillar of this rage-inducing gameplay, the one, the only, Conduit. This stupid lady has cranked my frustration up to level 100 with this game. Let me explain. Now, to preface, I think her passive is completely fine. I also think her ultimate is fine, albeit it is a little strong and can be frustrating, but it doesn't break the game in any significant way. My main beef with this goofy looking Volt Green monstrosity of a character is with her tactical. It goes against Apex's design philosophy entirely, and here's why. Apex is designed around what I call cause-effect gameplay. Let's run through a couple situations real quick. If you're taking a fight and a teammate of yours gets knocked, the cause, you'll adjust your playstyle to be more defensive. Maybe you'll also throw down some utility as well to prevent the enemy push, the effect. If a third party rolls in while you're taking a 3v3, the cause, you'll rotate to high ground to pinpoint enemies in an effort to reposition to take a more calculated push, the effect. And the most important, if taking a 3v3 and you get cracks on 2 shields, the cause, the natural thing to do is to push up and occupy space to get closer to get the knock, the effect. Cracks on a shield incentivize a push. This is one of the core pillars of Apex strategy and is one of the most fundamental concepts that every player uses. Conduit doesn't follow this cause-effect gameplay. If you're playing against an enemy team with a Conduit, there's absolutely no incentive to push with shield cracks now. Conduit's tactical takes approximately 7 seconds to heal 64 shield on herself, half that time to regen shields on her teammates. It lasts 20 seconds and has a cooldown of 21 seconds. Let's say you're taking a fight and both you and the enemy team have blue shields. You get 2 cracks, one on a Conduit and one, let's just say, on a Bangalore. If your push onto the enemy takes any longer than 7 seconds, your advantage completely disappears, as a Conduit would be able to effectively regain full shields not just for her teammate, but for herself as well. Add to the fact that she can heal her teammates twice as fast as herself, you can easily be punished. Even if you are able to recrack shields healed by Conduit, if you aren't able to push up and take space near the enemy in less than 20 to 30 seconds, Conduit can just hit her tactical again. And at close range, if you happen to stumble across a full controller team with yourself and your teammates on mouse and keyboard, there's another disadvantage that you have to account for. But that's another story for another time. This ability disrupts the natural flow of the game, promotes irresponsible pushes, and minimizes the amount of strategy needed to obtain a win. If the idea for this legend was to make bad players better, congratulations, Respawn, you excelled in the execution. Here's another problem. Conduit's tactical works anywhere in the vicinity of your squad for up to 50 meters. This includes teammates not directly visible by the Conduit. So if a teammate is in a building, while the Conduit is not, her tactical will still heal the teammate through the wall. Why is this a problem? It again disrupts the natural flow of the game. If I get a shield crack on an enemy 50 meters away and he ducks into a building, that separates his other 2 teammates. Using my awareness, you know to prioritize the shield crack and push the isolated teammate into a 2v1 or a 3v1. At the same time, you know that other 2 enemy teammates are looking to reposition closer to the isolated teammate. So you have about 5 to 15 seconds before the rest of the squad shows up. It's also assumed that the other 2 enemy teammates wouldn't try and flank around you. They're looking to defend their weakened teammate, and taking a fight from 2 different sides can again separate the enemy team, putting themselves in a losing position. However, with Conduit, a flank in this scenario is easily done. Conduit can shield regen her cracked teammate, then swing wide behind the pushing team to pinch, forcing the team to continually shift focus from behind and in front. Do they push the fully isolated healed player and hope to get a knock before the other 2 enemies rotate in? Or do they reprioritize fighting the incoming 2 enemies and lose positioning knowledge of the solo and hope he or she doesn't repush from a new route thanks to the regen of the shields. Now the pushing team must scramble and is effectively punished for doing the very thing that they were incentivized to do. These windfalls are even more prominent when you pair Conduit up with Revenant. With Revenant's ultimate, a red shield, and a Conduit tactical charge, Revenant can have up to a staggering 300 HP for an extended period of time. And if this Revenant is smart with their aggressive pushes and not just wildly running out to a player, which I know happens a lot, but good Revenant players don't do that, this can be a difficult squad to wipe before the third party comes in. So the big question is, how can we adjust Conduit's kit to be more balanced and incentivize the aggressive, high-paced gameplay that Apex is known for? Well, I have a couple suggestions. Number 1, remove the mechanic of being able to use Conduit's tactical who aren't in her direct line of sight. This makes pushes a bit easier to coordinate and allows more context and predictability for the pushing team, enabling them to generally be more conscientious about how and when enemies can be pushed. My second thought is, instead of Conduit delivering a full recharge to shields, her tactical only charges 50 to 75 shields for her teammates. The way she is set up now is completely busted. You should not be able to effectively have a full shield swap off a tactical without burning time or meds. And the third, and probably the most optional, is decrease the amount of shields Conduit can recharge herself by 15 to 20%. Again, it's too punishing to what is basically having to fight another fully healed enemy without having to sacrifice the meds or time associated with healing. Conduit should be really designed as a final push legend. The idea with these nerfs is that she's used directly in a fight to give herself and teammates just a little bit more juice to finish off a fight or fend off a third party. In her current state, she's a literal raid boss level enemy who enables her team to have free pushes in a way that doesn't fit the flow of the game, and more often than not, leads to frustration for the opposing team. So I hope this kind of explains why Conduit is a severely busted character. I talked about this a while ago. She is now one of the most picked players in ALGS, so if the pro players are picking her, you know damn well she's going to show up in ranked as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video about Conduit. If you like this type of content, please leave a like and a subscription down below, and let me know in the comments what you think of Conduit and how she should be nerfed, or if you even have a hot take, buffed. Let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.